Hi, my name is Kevin Diaz, and I'm currently a senior in Bridgewater Raritan High School, and the topic I would like to address today is food packaging. Now, this may seem like a very boring and minuscule topic that doesn't really affect anyone in any way, really, but when you sit down and actually think about the whole process behind food, where it comes from, how it's processed and shipped, you can see how crucial of a role that packaging has on the whole production of food in general. You see, the FDA described food packaging as indirect food additives and defines it as any substance intended for use as a component of materials used in manufacturing, packaging, packing, transporting, or holding food if such use is not intended to have any technical effect in such food. Which basically means you should not be tasting plastic when you eat peanuts or some other packaged food. To make sure that no packaging would leach into the food itself, the FDA created the FDA Modernization Act of 1997, FDAMA, and in Section 309 of this Act, established a new process called the Food Contact Notification Process. This is used to regulate new and developing indirect food additives. Right now, there's a whole list that states what plastic and materials are applicable for packaging food, but I feel there's a problem with this list. This list does not have many different materials on it, but it does not color all of the materials used in packaging that have many different colors and special properties that may try to entice the shopper to buy them, such as a material designed to improve the oxygen barrier. Also, not many adjuvants that are widely used in manufacturing food are actually evaluated by the FDA for use in food packaging. So I feel the impact of food packaging on the world today is immense. Food is always evolving, and so is the packaging it comes in. It is important now, more than ever, that food comes in some kind of attractive packaging. It's just the way the market has evolved in America. Packaging is what sells a product. It's what gives the consumer the idea of what is in store before they buy it. Some food packaging has become so iconic that it's actually seen as art, such as the Campbell soup cans through Andy Warhol's work, and even Droste's cocoa powder has become known for its artistic effect. So food packaging, especially in first world countries, is widely used. If you go into a food market right now, most of the food that are in packaging are the vegetables, fruits, the foods at the lunch bar or the Mediterranean bar, nuts, dried fruit, and pastries. Compared to the packaged food, this is a very small percentage, so food packaging is a very important aspect of food in grocery stores today. For me, personally, I feel that there's a huge problem with the amount of waste that food packaging generates. Also, the problem with many of the unregulated materials that go into food packaging. I want to change the way people transport and store food. Food can be transported and stored in other ways. Just look at the other markets around the world that do not use as much packaging as America. These countries have a different mentality towards food, such as how they sell spices. If America and other similar countries adopt even some of the ways that they sell and transport food, I believe we can cut down on packing waste and not have to worry about unregulated adjuvants and materials. Right now, I am working on cutting down the food packing waste I generate by buying in bulk, which drastically reduces the amount of packing that I actually use. For example, a Portland University study found that buying coffee in bulk would save 240 million pounds of foil packing waste. Not to mention, the study also found that consumers would save up to 89% if they buy in bulk. I also bring my own lunch to school, so I don't use those paper trays and plastic containers that are used once and thrown away every day by a majority of the students at my school. In the future, I hope to become a food scientist and hopefully work with food packaging. I want to research ways to minimize food packing and eventually figure out ways to completely stop the use of it. One thing that I really want to tackle once I get into the field is to bring back the compostable sunchip bags that were pulled from shelves because it was too noisy. I want to create one that is compostable just like the original, minus the loud crinkling of the bag. It was a step in the right direction by PepsiCo that was unfortunately thwarted by consumer outrage. Overall, I am always trying to diminish the amount of waste I create when buying food. Grocery shopping is something that almost everyone does weekly, so it is important to diminish and improve the packing that our food comes in. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to buy in bulk and recycle. Goodbye.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.